So today we are doing a cleaning and getting ready to move day. I'm so excited, and I've been cleaning all morning, did a bunch of laundry, I did some cleaning up of the kitchen, just like some basic housekeeping stuff. And then right now I am going to go around to all the little scratches and holes like this. I'll show you. See, like that big hole in my wall where I like had a big clock hanging. All of those things have to be patched. So I have some putty, and then I got some paint. And okay, little tip here. So the place that I'm renting, my landlord lost the paint and like the name of the paint. And so what I ended up doing to figure out what color the paint was so I could order more is I actually ended up taking a razor and cutting out a little hole in the wall. I just like cut in a square and then slowly like peeled up the paint, trying not to damage the wall as much as possible. And then I took that in to Sherwin-Williams and I had them color match it, and it is amazing. I was shocked at how like perfectly spot on the color was. So that took care of that. So I'm just gonna start going around and patching and painting and getting this place looking spick and span so I can move. Okay, we're not off to a great start. I cannot get this putty to come out. I don't know if I have to like warm it up or, oh my gosh. Speak sweetly to it, I'm not sure. Come out. Okay, that didn't work. What am I doing wrong? Okay, I think this might work. Oh, it's coming out, it's coming out. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Professional. So another thing that's going on today is my uncle is coming over because my cousin, his daughter, is buying my TV that has been mounted on my wall, and I decided to sell it, and so that means I'm not gonna have any TV. And I honestly, it'll be interesting to see because I honestly don't feel like I'll miss it that much, but we'll see. So I at least don't want to have one while I am, you know, living kind of sporadically for the next couple months and in a really small space. I don't want to have to worry about figuring out where I'm going to store this huge TV. So I have my laptop, I have my phone, I'm just going to watch Netflix or, you know, TV or YouTube or whatever on my laptop instead. So he's going to come over, my uncle, he's going to come over and take this off the wall and take it to her, and that way I'll be able to patch the holes underneath and get it looking good. Okay, so I was just trying to squeeze some more out, and so like, I think this is the side that things are supposed to come out of. Pretty sure. Well, this side came off. So I definitely did something wrong. But now I can just scoop it out of there. Perfect. With the putty, and now I'm just going around with a little paper towel and painting over those spots after they dried. I also wanted to mention that I feel like I've gotten so much better at making sourdough bread. Like every time I make something, I feel like I have this like eye-opening like, oh, I didn't even realize I was doing that wrong. And the more I do it, the more I figure out what's like the better way to do it. And honestly too, like a lot of it is like, how does it work with my oven and my environment this time of year? Like all that stuff affects sourdough. So today I did something a little bit different. For one, I didn't even realize that I was overproofing my bread like this whole time. And so I didn't proof it as long, and the loaves turned out so much better. I think I just thought in my head, I was like, well, if it's still growing, then it's just going to make it more yeasty and better for you, and it's just going to be more sour, so like what's wrong with that? Yeah, no, that's not how sourdough works at all. So I just let it proof until it doubled, and I got these freaking beautiful loaves. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. So I did it in the Traeger this time instead of in my oven, which was like a little bit different because the Traeger doesn't go up to 500 degrees. It goes up to 450. And so I kind of had to experiment with how long it was in there and like the temperature and stuff like that. So the first one that I did got definitely overdone. Still super delicious, but like you can see the top is like pretty overdone. And then this one is like not as done. Like I would want this one to be a little bit more golden on top, but they're both delicious and I'm gonna eat them or give them to people, so it's not gonna go to waste. Okay, TV is gone, yay! And I just have this big mess to clean up now. So I patched one of the holes already, you can see right here. But then this is what it looked like before. I still have this huge hole to patch. And then I just need to clean up all these little scrapes and repaint. Good morning! Okay, so it's 8:30 and already so much has happened. So I just cleaned down my whole room. Oh my gosh! There's literally nothing in here. Let me show you. There's an okie and just the bed frame. Everything else is cleared out because today carpets are getting cleaned. I'm really hoping and praying that I get as much of my cleaning deposit back as possible. So we are pulling out all the stops. So all my stuff right now is in the living room. So this side is all my stuff from like every part of my room. And then over here is my roommate's stuff because we're gonna vacuum her carpets or clean her carpets too. And then I have like my bed, the bed box frame, chair, everything else from my room. And I wanted to show you too because I've actually done like the hand shampooer on my carpet, but I just feel like my carpet, I don't know if it's like from using hairspray over the last several years, but it just feels like gritty, and I want it to be like soft and fluffy again and look like new carpet for my roommate and her husband. So I'll show you that after. everything that I'm cleaning with, I'm trying to use clean products, like, no pun intended, non-toxic products for pretty much everything. So I'm pretty much using my cleaning spray that I have just been making, which is just 1 part vinegar, 1 part water, and like 20 drops of essential oil. I think this one's like balsam scented. So I've been using that. And then I've also been using this paste that I made, which is just lemon. I get like those big bottles of lemon juice from Costco, and baking soda. And I feel like this has been really helpful getting like the buildup and grit, and I'll just kind of like spread it, and then I'll spray some of the vinegar over it, and it kind of bubbles up and fizzes, and I feel like it makes all the grit and grime that's there just kind of like bubble up and release from the surface. And that's pretty much been working for everything. The only thing that I haven't been using that's non-toxic is I've been using a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser for like the white stuff. Like there's some things on like cabinets or even like walls that just were not coming off with this solution. So since I'm doing like a deep clean before I move and I need it to be like as clean as possible, I'm using that. But that's really the only toxic product that I'm using. But besides that, I've just been able to get away with non-toxic things that are also really affordable and really cheap and super easy to make yourself. So that's been really nice. I've even been using the vinegar, water, and essential oil for like cleaning windows and cleaning glass. And as long as you dry it with like a hand towel after, it doesn't leave streaks. It works so well. It's so easy and so nice just to have one product that works for almost everything that's super cheap. I'm also making my own vinegar right now. I saw it done online. It looks really easy, and so far so good. Basically all I did was I'll make a reel that maybe I'll like pop up here, but I added lemon or orange peel and a little bit of rosemary from my garden in the back, and then I just filled it all up with water. I did filtered water. I don't really know if it matters or not, but I did filtered water, and then a tablespoon of sugar. And I've just been letting it sit, and you let it sit for about 2 to 3 weeks, and that was a couple days ago, and I'm already noticing that it's smelling like vinegar, which is exciting, and that would be so cool. I mean, vinegar is pretty cheap to just buy from the store, but free is better than cheap. So I'm super excited about that. I think that'd be so cool if I could just make my own vinegar, because I use it all the time. Like all the time. It's my main cleaning products that I use. She's a beaut. It's kind of delicious.